All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. Well, let me pull up this news source right here because it is ironic. Y'all remember me some time ago reporting the victory at the Standing Rock Sioux tribe there in North Dakota. Those are the original Aboriginal people of the land. Those are the indigenous people of this land who have been fighting terrorism and genocide ever since 1492. Well, anyway, when Trump came into office, made a business decision to deal and decided to get a federal court judge, and people need to understand that courts often rule the wrong way. That doesn't mean just because they make a ruling that it stands. They often rule bad. But anyway, it is ironic to me that the judgment got overturned and they had to immediately halt production on this pipeline. And then the very next day, it seems like, 2 days later, the Keystone Pipeline that comes from Canada leaks 210,000 gallons of oil in South Dakota. And of course, Americans with their GMO modified commercial mindset will say, well, what's the big deal? It's going to bring 42,000 some jobs. No. You mean 42,000 temporary jobs until it's done. What happens is that, people don't understand, is that the environment is very important. Because if you don't have clean water, good soil, then you're going to pollute it. You're going to not only kill you, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, but you're going to affect the livestock. You're going to affect the trees. You're going to affect greenhouse emissions. You're going to affect everything. That's the reason why that some of my ancestors up there in the Standing Rock is protesting about this government takeover and shakedown. Now, 210,000 gallons of oil, according to CNN, has already been leaked. Matter of fact, a total of 210,000 gallons of oil leaked Thursday from the Keystone Pipeline in South Dakota. Remember, mind you, and all these pipelines are going where? Straight through the Dakotas. And to me, it's ironic that it leaks immediately after the federal judge's decision got overturned by Trump. Now, I'm not insinuating anything or putting any of your windows in there. But then again, I am, because I know how devils behave. The pipeline operator, TransCanada, said, crews shut down the pipeline Thursday morning, and officials are investigating the cause of the leak, which occurred about 3 miles southeast of the town of Amherst, said Brian Walsh, a spokesman of the state's Department of Environmental and Natural Resources. The largest is the Keystone oil spill to date in South Dakota, Walsh said. The leaks comes just days before the Nebraska's officials announced a decision on whether to the proposal of the Keystone XL pipeline, a sister project, can move forward. And it can't. In April 2016, there was a 400-barrel release, or, look at this, 16,800 gallons, with the majority of the oil cleaned up completely in 2 months. About 5,000 barrels of oil spilled Thursday. See, that's the reason why they're complaining, because they're destroying the earth with this oil. I thought with this that we're going to be energy independent of this oil stuff. I thought we don't need this stuff anymore. I mean, when we got solar, we got all different types of stuff out there. Do you know that they have created vehicles that can run on water, but we don't want that? You know the reason why we don't want that? Because money. It's utterly amazing. And then, of course, there's pictures and everything else. And, of course, people are crying over this whatsoever because, the people who don't care about individuals living in that area but care about their bottom line, their dollar, they're offended with this. So what they're going to do, they're going to get with their cronies, called crony capitalism. They're going to get up there and do whatever they can to hoodwink, finagle, to destroy the earth, to destroy the land. I often ask people over and over again when people start crying and stuff and wonder why people who are indigenous to this land, who are the original Aborigines of this land, and they wonder why come they do all this protest stuff, because they just saw all their land. Well, over 100 million people were slaughtered by the settlers in this land. And they can't understand why they want to come and do something so heinous as that, and then watch their land being all but decimated and desecrated illegally. And what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Well, I ask you this question. Is America better off or worse off since the settlers came to this land? That is the real question. And that's the answer that you need to be looking for.